Okay, good morning, folks. This is how my morning looks. First of all, I just left IHOP. I go there in the mornings and I sweep the curb because wherever you go, there's always garbage, and wherever I stay at, I clean up my area everywhere I go. I don't know if I can turn this around or what. Let me see. So, as you can see, there's always garbage. I'm not at IHOP right now, but I just left there and I get a really nice big breakfast every morning. So I just parked over here by the beach. It's going to be a hot day today. Here's my dog, and I just had to go fetch some water. And I'm going to warm up some water right here. And I found these around the corner. I'm going to give them to the kids. I got to clean up my motorhome. It's a pretty big mess. This motorhome is really hard to keep clean. It really is. So I'm going to find my phone thing I got, and I'm going to put this on there so I can record. This is what I go through. Standing up for your rights. They took my home. I had for 25 years. And this is how I live now. Oh, where's the thing that, well, I guess it's right, oh yeah, it's down here. I haven't used this thing in a while. I think it's important for people to see how I live, what I go through. Let me see if I can get this on here. I just want to say that, lost my home in the Bay Area, and let me see here. I guess that might work. Let me see if it works. I had this on here a different way before. So it's on, whoops. Yesterday, I came to the motorhome, and by the way, these videos are videos for, Trump, President Trump, Pastor, Greg Locke, to show what I go through every day, just for standing up for this country. So I got my water heating up outside, because I have to wash dishes. It's, pretty horrible living the way that I do. And I don't know why. I'm still standing up for our rights. Yesterday I went back down to Venice Beach, and they were protesting against Trump, and the lady had a loudspeaker and she was screaming all this stuff about Trump, and every time she said something, I was out there going boo, and I wanted to talk to her, but she wouldn't talk to me. So that right there just goes to show me that she's a leftist. But there was this one guy that was on our side, and I got him on my side, and I don't know why. I should have thought about this before, but what she's doing by bashing Trump, she's just causing more division. I talked to the gentleman, his name is West, I got his phone number, and I said, here's the bottom line. Everything that's going on in this country, it's our fault. It's not the president's fault. It's not the politician's fault. It's the people's fault, because we stand up for nothing. I'm mad at the white people because they stand up for nothing. I'm mad at Christians because they don't stand up for God. Let me share something with you. Everywhere I go and everywhere I park, people are really, really cruel. People are really, really mean. I've been kicked out of every community and city from here to Ventura. I'm in Venice right now. The police have been really, really good to me. I came here to go against them, and they've been nothing but good to me. While this water's warming up, I want to share something with you guys. God, I don't like to get into this. It'll bring you down. Anyway. Maybe I should... Let me see something here. What a mess, what a mess, what a mess. Okay, let me put all my junk food up here. Let me straighten up really quick. Let me just put this up here. Thank you for this day, Father God in heaven. Self-positive talk is a really good thing. Let me put this up here. Okay, Lord. You guys might want to get a pen and a piece of paper out. This is one of the documents. What I should do, let me plug in my phone so it doesn't die. It can charge while I'm talking to you. I think that's a good idea. Lord, okay. It's a real frustrating thing to live the way that I do. Let's plug this in here. So I just want to say, the other day I was, when I parked over by the IHOP, I'll tell you how I got this little job. I get free breakfast in the morning. It's really good. It's really big breakfast. So I was parked over by there the other day, and I was hungry. I was really hungry. I have to have food in the morning. I have to. So I went up to the manager, you know, while the restaurant was like outside. So he walked over by the driveway, which was away from the public, you know, eating. And I asked him if he had any leftovers for my dog. And he told me that they don't have leftovers. And thought, oh, okay. What a kind man. Just told to myself, I didn't say nothing. So, went back over, went about my business that day. And, that afternoon, everybody was gone, they were closed up, bringing the tables in, and, I went up to the manager, who I talked to that morning, and I went right up to him and I said, where do they find people like you? What rock? I just said, you're scum. You're the lowest form of earth, you know, just a couple things like that. I didn't say the F word. But I was just telling him how I felt without saying the F word. And I said, you're a cold piece of work. And then as we were both walking in the same direction towards the restaurant area, he said something, and I said, what? And he said, fill out an application. He said something about free handouts. And I said, what? An application? I go, you got work? I go, I do not have a problem working. And I go, what do you need done? He said he wanted the parking lot, you know, swept. It's not that big of a parking lot. No problem. Actually, what he wanted done was this curb, because all the homeless live right there, and there's just garbage every morning. So he told me that if I just kept the curb clean every morning, if it was clean before the restaurant opened, I could get a breakfast. So that day, I got a backpack blower I just paid $500 for, and I got a weed eater because I worked with the Oakland Hills Fire Department for 25 years. So I blew the whole parking lot out that day, cleaned it really, really nice, and then I did the curb, and the next morning, so that's how I'm getting my breakfast. I'm not even going to talk about the bully that tries to keep me away from that area. Okay, some dude that's been around for I don't know how many years. I don't really care. But unless he's going to pay for my breakfast, I'm going to keep going. So, God, I still haven't told the manager that I take back everything I said and let him know how much I appreciate him. But that I have to do. I don't know why I'm going to waste my time on this because, I don't know. God, if you guys only knew. I'm just going to get right to the point, okay? Let me sit a little bit closer. So I just want to let you know that right now, as of Thursday, I just moved into the DMV. What I mean by that is I am investigating the DMV right now. Really quickly, I just want to do a brief overview of what's going on in this country. What got me, the thing that got me started on investigating our country is, I think I should shut this off and start again. Maybe I shouldn't. So back in '08, when I was forced to get car insurance, I got it. Somebody threw paint on my car. Beautiful car. I was in a Christian lowrider car club. And Progressive came out. They salvaged the car. Paid me $634. I scratched my head and I was like, how can they salvage my car? It's never been in an accident. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful car. So I started investigating insurance companies. And I started with NBC Dateline. I investigated insurance companies for 5 long years. I also started doing other people's car accidents in court. And I never lost a case. Here's what I used to look like 2 years ago. Let me show you the car that they salvaged. By the way, I am from the San Francisco Bay Area. And now I'm in the Venice area down in LA. And this is one of the reasons why I came down here. I don't know if you can read this, but Progressive was sued for accusing people of fraud. Okay? So let me tell you what happened. 5 years after the claim, I don't know which one, maybe I did something wrong, I don't know. You can be the judge. I sent, 5 years after the claim, my first claim, I sent a letter to Progressive that they thought came from NBC Dateline, okay? You know what they did? They unsalvaged my car and paid me $14,000. I lost everything that I worked for all of my life. And I mean everything. Here's the car. They salvaged this car. This is how it looked, okay? I have the document right here that they sent to the DMV to have it unsalvaged. During that 5 years, I was hit by 2 people. A 93-year-old man driving a 40-foot motorhome. And a drunk driver slammed into the back of that car. It's a lot to get into. I just want to say that I have suffered from a spinal cord injury. This is the position I was in when a 93-year-old man hit me. He was driving a 40-foot motorhome. My fingers go numb. My legs go numb. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. Here's the motorhome. Oops, oops, oops. Here's a picture of the motorhome. I don't know if you can see it. The cop car's in the background. It was his fault, the 93-year-old man's. It was his fault. Progressive did nothing. The third accident I was in, back to the first car, the Oldsmobile that they salvaged. See that? A drunk driver hit me doing 50 miles an hour. Progressive calls it a low-impact claim. Here's the document that says I am 0 at fault. Progressive did nothing about that too. Nothing. So, and the whole time I'm fighting with Progressive about these 2 claims, and they're pissed off at me by now. So let me tell you what happened. During my investigating, I'm getting cramps. During my investigating, I started learning about our country. And I've learned that, okay, I'm from Contra Costa County in the San Francisco Bay Area. Contra Costa County legal system practices cruel, inhumane, and degrading acts. I know I'm not the only woman. So my sister, I hadn't seen in like 15 years, was going to court in Contra Costa County. My mother called me one day and said she couldn't find my sister. My mother called me back a couple months later, said she found my sister. She was in Napa State Hospital. She stood up for her rights, and they put her in Napa. My mother died and had a heart attack that night on my brother's birthday. I talked to my sister on the phone quite often. Then right before Donald Trump became president, you know, before he won, I had a huge poster in front of my house. A huge one. It says the winner is, and I put red glitter all over the jacket, and then I had a huge poster of Hillary Clinton behind bars, and I had silver glitter on the bars. Right after that, I was arrested by this district attorney. Hope you can handle this one. This district attorney by the name of Garrett was arrested. He was fired. He's a district attorney from Contra Costa County. He was fired and arrested for raping a junior sex prosecutor. He sodomized her. He used handcuffs, an ice pick, and a gun. I need to highlight these points. They're right here. Where's my highlighter? Lord God, I'm going to give you maybe 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. This is not the highlighter I was hoping to get, but let me see what this looks like. Just so you can see. Read the part where it's the pink. Can you read that? His name is Garrett. So let me tell you what happened. Hope you're sitting down. Garrett took 7 years off work with pay. Okay? With fucking pay. So, you ready for this? So, 7 years goes by, and his buddy, district attorney, his buddy by the name of Peterson, at the Contra Costa County Courts, Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office. Look at this. Got his job back. Let me tell you. This gentleman, his name is Peterson, from Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office, hired Garrett back. Guess what? This guy has been fired. You know why? Peterson is fired. Oh yeah, I got it highlighted. Because he got busted for spending our money. Now I take it he's going to take the next 7 years off with pay. So let me highlight the part where he got his job back. Garrett. The first one. Right here. So, I'm done with the district attorney's office now. Let's go to the judge that, are you ready for this? This is what they did to me. Not only did they violate all of my rights, due process and everything, as soon as I went to court. This judge right here did it. And let me tell you what they did to me. This judge, they sentenced me to 3 years in Napa State Hospital, and let me tell you what happened. When they got me in there, oh, by the way, my sister, the same week she was getting out, I was sentenced to go in. When they got me in Napa, oh yeah, by the way, they put me there under a fraudulent mental evaluation. They couldn't get me out of there fast enough. I was out in 3 weeks. That's unheard of. This is the judge from Contra Costa County that did this to me. His name is Bruce Mills. He has been permanently disbarred from the bench because he's unfit to serve and to protect the public. They don't even know what he's done to me yet, okay? Here's Judge number 2 from the Contra Costa County Courts. Here he is. He has 9 sex conduct charges. I don't know what's going on with him right now. And the third judge, I got the papers right here. Let me just get to the point. I'm going to show you why they got me out of Napa so quick. Not only did I find a gentleman before I went in, but I was able to talk to him before I went in. Now, I want to tell you something. I found other documents of other fraudulent mental evaluations in Contra Costa County, and the second reason why I came down to the LA area is because I found my story online. A woman by the name of Melissa Balin, B-A-L-I-N, she stood up in front of LA County Courts exercising her First Amendment right. You can find her story on YouTube. It's called A Mother's Cry for Justice. Her name is Melissa Balin. Same thing happened to me. Same thing. Our documents are identical. I have the, here's another fraudulent custody evaluation. I have the document right here. This is not mine. Let me show you the reason why, how I got out of Napa so quick. There's a nurse from Napa State Hospital that sued Contra Costa County Courts for putting too many people in Napa State Hospital. I had somebody send me this document. They wanted me out. When I was let out, by the way, the public defender committed fraud. I'm going to show you that right now, and how she committed fraud when I got out. So I had to go to court and take a deal. That's how you get out. You got to plead guilty to something. Here's the documents. So when you have a plea deal agreement, you got to initial everything to the right-hand side of the paper. Okay? So I initialed everything, and this is what I put on the at the end of the document where you sign your signature. You can see right here where I signed my name. I also wrote, I reserve all of my rights without prejudice, 1-308. The public defender scribbled that out, not me. And what that stands for is, it gives you back your God-given unalienable rights. So she didn't put a signature by, I didn't do it, she did it. So when I got out, I went home, everything I owned was gone. I thought I was going to kill somebody. So I left the San Francisco Bay Area. And lost 6 cars, a boat, and everything I worked for all my life. Everything. Because I stand up for your rights and mine. I've written 8 books. When I got down here, I drove this truck down here, and it burned to the ground in Malibu. Here's me 2 years ago. Like I said, I'll show you a picture of my truck before it burned. Here's my truck I drove down here in. So since I've been down here, when I was, after my truck burned, I lived on Venice Beach. I was homeless. Then the guy was killing the homeless. This was a year and a half ago. So I left Venice Beach and I went into Malibu, deep into Malibu. I'd never been there before. And I got hooked up with Malibu Labor Ready. Because I'm a workaholic. I had a business. I got 25 years with the Oakland Hills Fire Department. Here's my flyer. see the picture of the safe? And the house inside the safe? That's to keep your house safe another firestorm season. I had my own business. So, when I was homeless in Malibu, people treated me like shit. But there was, you know, some people that were really, really good to me. But more treated me really bad. 2 months later, the Malibu fire came. Guess what? I got paid by FEMA and I bought my motorhome. Ever since I bought my motorhome. So let me tell you what happened really quick before I bought the motorhome. Okay, when the fire came, I barely made it out of the fire. Me and my dog barely made it out. And I wish to God I didn't make it out. So, I went to the Red Cross. And I was there. It was so nice there. It was so nice. It's so much food for me and Gotti. The people were so wonderful there. I can't even tell you. They were so awesome. So when they closed that down, I got paid by FEMA and I got paid by the Red Cross. I found a house in Burbank. So I had all my money from FEMA, $4 grand. And I had my Red Cross debit card. I went to Chase Bank in Malibu to get all my money off the Red Cross debit card. This is what happened. I go into Chase Bank. I go up to the teller. I'm talking to the lady that works there. And me and her take a little walk over to the ATM machine that's inside Chase Bank. This is the bank I'm talking about. Chase Bank in Malibu. I'm going to tell you what happened. Me and Christiana walked over to the ATM machine and I put my Red Cross debit card in the machine. Which I have right here. This Red Cross debit card. I put it in the machine. The money spit out. And it got pulled back in. I didn't get a chance to get the money. They have refused to give me my money back. It'll be 2 years this November. This is the receipt for my money that I had on the card. There's the first receipt. Let me see. Where's, oh. I also have, the banks wrote this on the back, not me. So there is, Tara is the bank branch manager. And they are the ones that wrote this down on the back of the receipts. So guess what? I lost my house. That's when I bought my motorhome. When I bought my motorhome, I became a criminal. I've got more tickets than you could ever imagine. So the way my future looks is they're going to be taking my motorhome pretty soon because of my tickets. Here is, wow, I didn't know I had this. Here is Christiana, the lady that, I didn't know I had this. She stood right there and watched. So let me tell you something. When I call the bank now to try to talk to them, they hang up on me. It's been like this since about a month and a half after it happened. When I try to email anything, it's blocked. I'm blocked. So this is what Chase Bank does to people. I'm going to make another video just on this one alone. I got I have to, this video is for President Trump, Candace Owens, Pastor Gary. I just want to say I'm still standing up for my rights, for your rights, and I'm still going through hell. I'm going to end this video because it's kind of upsetting. I'll be back. You guys have a great day. God bless you. Today's date is like the 3rd of October 2020. God bless. Bye-bye. I'm doing another video on Chase Bank.